Well,
admins see.
actually, it looks like we're in a new server and the game has already started. Okay, so they did start without us. Mir, are you in the server?
I am not in the server yet.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take away some of the casting because they're already capped first. It is Highpander on offensive first, and DA is making their way through the second point, already being very, very aggressive and taking the attic, so they have this good control, and they're gonna put up a pretty fast time here for 2 points. So DA not able to get the defense that they needed in the attic to defend that point. Nice backstab coming down with Beer Boy, takes out X on from the equation, so no demo spam on the cart, and it's gonna be pushed fairly quickly, even though there's only 5 up right now for Highpander.
Yeah. Oh man, 1 minute 31 to capture first point. That's looking pretty good. Wow, 2.5 minutes to capture second point. That is really quite good. I've never seen such a fast time set before. And I can see, although Nijunon and Zhu both go down, so that's less power classes right now for Highpander, and they are at about a 40% Uber disadvantage at the moment, so they're gonna have a harder time pushing third.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how I agree with that. They decided to go for an attic defense after the cart was almost to the second point. They could have got stuck out there, but fortunately they were able to get away alive. We'll have this 100% Uber soon. So they got lucky there. Got to play it a little bit more cautiously. They do have this 100% Uber ready to go. The sentry gun isn't up to level 3 yet, so they could possibly pop this and push in to Highpander, but there's really no reason. They need to play it safe right now, because with 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the first 2 points, you need to hold on to third here for a while.
Yeah, it looks like they have quite some to hold on third. In fact, the DA combo are holding a bit passively. They're just sitting by the sentry even though they've got advantage. And that's actually meant that Zoob has gotten to force the medic. So this puts Ritalin in advantage. Yeah, wow, that is... I don't know, I felt like the heavy tech should have just been standing on this wooden walkway here. But anyway, Ritalin here now has 100% Uber. Hildrift there getting sniped though by Flippy. Flippy on a 16-man kill streak. That is insane. I take back what I said. Problema's having issues, clearly.
Yes, clearly. So definitely keep an eye on that anytime you need... Oh, 17, there we go. So getting Zoob right there, that's definitely going to help out his team in terms of holding a third right here, and they're putting up a good defense, better than I thought after they were forced out on that Uber. Ritalin still hasn't popped yet, and of course every second you wait, you're just giving the other team more chance to build up their Uber.
Yep, and yeah,
of
now
course
you can see... Sorry. Anyway, now you can see that Umbrak is currently at about 60% right now, and Highpander are pushing up the slope already. The Sludge jumping into force, Ritalin really runs there. T-Mac there getting sniped. The Pirates pushing back essentially so far back from the cliff right now. Can they get people Umbrak there going down to Hildrift when he tries to escape? This sentry gun should be going down sometime soon, as they are only 5 up at the moment.
Mr. Valiantly trying to put up another sentry gun, but he finally gets taken out. It was a nice targeting action from Hildred to take down Ombrek, the opposing medic, who was about 65% Uber right there. So he's just now respawning. They really should have, I think DA could have played that a lot more cautiously and kept their medic alive. We'll see how they do, because Ombrek is right here out of spawn with about 5 health. No, he goes down. Hildreth and team are just being super, super aggressive, leaving times 3 in the cart, but absolutely occupying this last point. Very, very aggressive, and they're going to have a really nice time. 4 minutes, 49 seconds for third point, and the cart is not stopping anytime soon here.
Yeah, they put themselves in a really good position here, keeping the high ground but not overextending into the enemy spawn. And wow, DA are just dying as soon as they leave spawn right now, because everything's being thrown at them. Bullets, spies, Durati, and 5.5 minutes for 4 points there on Bomb Blitz, which is insane.
Still not the fastest I've seen, but yes, very good in terms of from Highlander.
Yeah, definitely. For Bomb Blitz, like, I'd say the average time is about, what, like 8 minutes?
Yeah, I would say 7 to 8. The fastest I've seen was, it was absolute ridiculous. Lower division, but it was about like 4 minutes, and the cart did not stop once. So definitely faster times are possible, but I think in terms of the highest level Highlander, this will be the fastest time you get.
My team managed to cap it in last wire play season, if I recall correctly, against a team in our division, which was pretty insane. But let's see what sort of defense that Highpander are putting up. It looks like they've gone for a sentry gun in the barn right now. Dr. Kaka putting a bit more forward than usual. He's got it so that it like covers the track directly more, and he's still got that dispenser in the little spy, I call it the spy path here, where you can get into the barn from behind.
Yeah, I call it Narnia because it's like a closet, but then you get to go deeper. I don't know. I just made that
love
up right now. I have no idea. Anyway, so we are going to go live here with the second round. DAROUTOUTOU has to beat this amazing time of 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Have to keep ×3 in the cart. Right now they have for a minute ×6, and that of course isn't going to do anything, but not bringing their medic out yet, so playing this safe, but they can't afford to play it too safe, too cautiously. Definitely need to get that medic out here and pop that Uber. Exxon going down on the cart with a nice stab from Fearboy. That's going to significantly hamper this Uber push, which they have brought their medic out, so Ombrak ready to go in with his heavy, it looks like.
Yeah, wow, that is a lot of spam going out. Highpander holding very far back at the moment. They're forcing DA to pop aggressively, and they did pop, however, Riddler there drops in June, and maybe he didn't call out a popping cart. However, he does switch over to Steve, taking out Tech from Lemo, cleaning up Mist as well. Hydra is all over the cart right now, and it's so far cut, but at the moment DA are 5 up, and there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, the Uber pop was not the greatest positioning. The sentry gun did go down there, but they were cleaned up pretty easily after the Uber faded.
Yeah, Issel there scanning out Nijunen whilst team was watching, and they managed to quickly cap the point with Mr. Creeping up on it because it was so far capped already. However, looks like Highpander have actually already fallen back to point number 2. They've got a level 3 up top right now, and they've also got a medic up there. Both medics sitting at about 70% Uber, although Ombrak there has been building slightly faster. Has an advantage. If he pops on the dot, they might be able to get point 2.
Yes, it's a pretty good setup right here, so it's definitely in DAROUTOUTOU's pocket, or not in their pocket. They have to really prove themselves on this push for the addict. Sentrigan is being wrangled expertly. Lot of spam coming up from the demo man, who's in a really good position. But Exxon gets taken down. Tech is taken down as well. He's putting a lot of damage on that Sentrigan, so it will stay up. So nice action right there out of Dr. Kaka.
Yeah, both medics now sitting on 100% Uber, and I've got to say, this is a very, very strong hold by Highpander. Most of the team are in good health right now, and they're around the sentry. They've got their flank there, watching underneath, watching the elbow, and at the moment, Super over 2k of Flippy and Mister making sure that flank stays down. It looks like they're gonna pop anyway with their man disadvantage. So much damage going onto the sentry, it's being around. Riglin has popped Uber back, and oh my god, so many of them going down. Dagon, Tech, Ombrak is also going down after that Uber was held for a bit. Hildreth cleaning it up right now, meaning that only pop. Flippy there! Did you see that? That was amazing. He drops down from attic and he got a body shot on Red.
Despite that, it's not going to stop the cart, and it looks like DAROUTOUTOU is going to cap that third point with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to get all the way to the end. And right now, do you think Highpander would just be best set to establish some sort of crazy hold at last instead of trying to defend third?
Third is probably the hardest point to hold on this map, so I definitely wouldn't blame them if they fell back to fourth. Honestly, I'd put off a light defense on third, just a bit of pressure, just so I can build time for my NG to second and last. Is what I do if I were them.
They gotta have ×3 on the cart though, and the cart's actually stopped right now. Looks like Mista's falling back, but yeah, you definitely need that ×3 as the heavier classes push forward, and they're having a little bit of trouble right now because it looks like the majority of the defense for Highpander is set up here on last. So I do agree with that decision. They do have a level 2 just right outside a sentry door, or a spawn door.
Uber's popped to top right now from DA. Fearboy and Steve both going down right now. Riddler's managed to retreat back to last. No! Flippy there with that body shot. That is amazing. Another body shot takes out Riddler. He was out even this much. He couldn't have done anything. Lots of Highpander low at the moment. There's a sentry gun in the Sigaboo position right now, back in spawn. However, can Dr. Kaka do this? 1.5 minutes left on the clock. At the moment, the Purple Pandas for Highpanders are 4 up.
Oh wow, a valiant effort again by Mr. trying to keep that sentry gun up. He goes down, only 2 up right now for Highpander. Once the medic goes down, a headshot, Riddler down, flipping at Steve as well. There's no chance, and wow, DAROUTOUTOU coming back and beating Highpander's fast time with it, even faster time.
Wow, that was insane. Like, I really thought Highpander had that round, especially after that strong looking hold on second.
I just want to point out how completely thrilled I am that you call that sentry gun position the Sigafu position, because that's also what I call it. It's one of the easiestly defendable places to put your sentry gun on this last point. Just use your rescue ranger and shoot at it from spawn, wrangle it every so often, get that shield up. But as you can see, if you don't have the support around you, it was Dr. Kaka didn't have the support around him, so he wasn't able to keep it up, and Highpander just not able to get that presence coming out of spawn because DAROUTOUTOU was just so aggressive.
Yeah, Flippy there did a lot for his team. Like, he opened up and gave them some opportunities with his snipes that they plain wouldn't have got if the snipers were more evenly matched. You can see the difference with Flippy actually scoring above his medic, whilst Problemo is at the bottom of his scoreboard. I would have supposed that Theoboy would have gave it a shot at taking out Flippy, but if you watched him, he was actually like, I think he was just holding near the combo all the time. So he had spy checking, he had overheal, which made it like even harder for Problemo to take him out.
Yeah, we do actually have logs up in chat, so I was just gonna look at that real quick.
Yeah, look at the kills. Sorry, continue.
No, that was just, 23 Flippy kills to 10 from Mello. Yeah, quite the difference. Flippy had 12 headshots. Mello had 8, but you know.
And you can like see the difference. Like, the person with the next most kills like was Zoob with 15 kills. That's like an 8-man difference in like that was like a 10-minute like game overall or something, not counting setup time.
Yeah, so I think we're both kind of surprised, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right, so let's talk about why are we surprised? Why what went wrong there for Highpander? Is it all just Flippy? Can we?
No, I don't think it was all Flippy. Like, Hildriff, his playstyle is normally like quiet, defensive. Like, whenever he holds in Highlander, like, he has been changing it up so that they've been playing more aggressive recently, but like, he doesn't hold his team forward and he doesn't like hold them like fairly aggressive. It's the same with actually how his Sixes Team Deserto play. They play a bit like passive aggressive as well, but because they played it like a bit too passive in my opinion, this gave DAROUTOUTOU like some free space in which they could have held them up. Like, if they played more aggressive, they could have held it for like at least a minute or two longer if like they just, you know, didn't give them so much space. But he like believes in like passive spamming.
Well, it's interesting. We'll see how that goes this round. We're live with the second round. DAROUTOUTOU is going to have the time to set the time this round, so we'll see what kind of time they can put up when it's all in their court. Definitely can turn it on when they have to put on that pressure, but we'll see if they can keep it under 6 minutes and how Highpander will respond.
Yeah, and now it's Highpander's turn to defend and DA's turn to set the time. Highpander have got the same defense position that they did last time, with the sentry gun in barn at the moment, whilst Ritlin is holding with his combo. He's holding, like, I call this the Buddha fence here, like, because like nothing can get you there. Like, but it does mean that his team do have to hold a slight bit further back to get like proper heals. Anyway, yeah, they're pushing out. First kill of the game, they're going to Problemo and Mister at the moment. Oh, Flippy, they're taking out Problemo and Exxon. They're jumping in, doing some sort of weird skip jump on the ground to get Rit, and he goes down.
Yeah, and already Red is falling pretty far back right here, so Highpander kind of already giving up the point. As you can tell, the card is getting very near. They're depending on the sentry gun to really defend the point, and then the players to take the hill, but it's gonna be hard to do, but it looks like more Highlander Highpander players coming into the barn, as Uber has just now been popped. Blue Riddlin did not pop it. Sentry gun goes down immediately, so we'll see when this red Uber decides to come in, and finally they do pop it, but the card has already been capped.
Yeah, they pop it on Hildriff there. He takes out a sentry gun, but I have a feeling they held it for a bit too long because they already predicted that and they were out well in time. In fact, really good positioning from Tech there. He takes out Problemo and Zoo by pushing himself in through the spy path, and now Highpander are 4 up, and although the medic did go down, so Ritalin does have a slight Uber advantage of 30%.
Yeah, losing the medic there was a bad move. Obrak Ombrak was pushing with Tech through the barn, through that door right there, and overextended, went down. Tech was able to compensate and to get some kills with that, but ultimately, Med going down there is going to be big because this 25% disadvantage. They're going to have to wait just a little bit longer, and as we see time and time again in a payload, the seconds matter so much, so every second counts.
Yeah, DA had really good momentum after they took down the sentry. I really thought that after Highpander popped that Uber back and they sort of felt that they'd take this momentum on 2.2, but they sort of bled out, players alongside. Sorry, Flippy there. Really good headshot there. He got him through the corner. Oh my god, he got Problemo as well. What? Flippy is just edging this right now. 2 massive picks already for a defensive team. You don't need to lose your head in the sniper, and the team can't actually stand near the sentry right now for fear of getting out-sniped.
In comes Red. Uber popped a little bit before Blue. Blue's going to try to make something out of this. Sentry gun taking a lot of damage, but some really nice reflex coming out from Steve. Will keep that sentry gun up just for a little bit long. Ombrak going down after it. Popped right there again to Steve. So Steve MVP for the moment right here, and the cart is stalled as it gets just around the corner, but it's not enough for DAROUTOUTOU.
Yeah, Steve is saving his team's butt after defending that sentry, but it looks like DAROUTOUTOU are just going to be aggressive anyway and try to push us. At the moment, the Thermal Panda's only 5 up, and DAROUTOUTOU have got fastest forward, so I certainly don't blame them. Dagan is coming upstairs right now, pressure from Spider-Man, but Ridley manages to strafe out in time, but this has already created an opening for DAROUTOUTOU. Oh, Fearboy there with 2k on Tech and X on there. He got some combo. Oh man, Ridley there getting chased up by Plabla though, not looking very good, especially when Dagan got into Hildreth's face and mailboxed him to death.
Third point capped right there, a time of 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and we are seeing some fast times right here. On Barnblitz Pro, we do have Zoob hiding behind the lines, waiting for the cart to get pushed a little bit more than most likely a surprise attack on Ombrak, who has this about 40% Uber advantage right here. Do you see where Zoob's positioning?
I don't quite have him, no. Oh my god, yeah, I do. That is a really good position for him. He just has to make sure that no one spots him out, and if he's, oh man, I think he's getting Flippy there, tried to go out through drop down, doesn't manage to get it out in time. And then Super's now behind the enemy team, Bubble they're going down. Oh, he deals that so much damage onto Ombrak there, but Ombrak was sitting on that medium health pack, so fortunately that did save him. Riddlin right now only on 80%, lots of his team are bleeding out right now.
Oh! God. Ombrak drops right there. That was 100% Uber, and a nice pill from Hildreth coming in from who knows where Hildreth was positioned, but perfectly. Actually, Hildreth just right by the entrance to the. That forces T-Mac to jump in to force the Uber out of red and taking Hildreth in just to try to get as much damage as they can and buy some more time. So a nice play right there. So maybe Hildreth, he wasn't actually playing aggressively right there. He was just playing smart, and those stickies were just smartly placed.
Yeah, that was very, very well played. He's just spamming from the entrance to last and just watching that sticky trap. I think he got it somewhere in the ground, or somewhere on the barn. Anyway, that's very well played, and Uber should be even right now. Actually, Riddin has a slight Uber advantage. He's holding Cliff right now, who's getting spammed the hell out by Exxon. They really need to shut him down, however, both Hildreth and Yisho, they're going down. He uses stuff for his life, and he does finally get picked off by a combination of Tech and T-Mac, leaving the Pandas only at 4 plays up right now. Has Dr. Karkar, he has got level 3, it's in the single boost spot again, it's very, very passive right now, it's taking all sorts of spam, and hasn't got the team support to do something. It's gonna get sapped actually.
Oh, well, yeah, sap down, Sticky's on it. Dr. Kaka survives, but he is not in any position to defend right now. Here comes Blue Uber pop just for funsies, I guess. They will get, oh, actually, no. Tech coming out of spawn, able to take down, I'm sorry, the Juden coming out of spawn takes down Tech, so no heavy for this last push. Ombrak went down as well, so right now it's just these lighter classes, Scout and NG on the cart. Missed trying to get something down there, but not doing so. Well, it does get Fear Boy, but this is going to buy another chance for Highpander to rebuild.
Yeah, oh my god, Dagan actually got behind that me line there. I was watching him. Basically what happened was Rislin and Hildreth, they actually went up top to where the old Ford spawn was to hold the cart, which I thought was really clever, but they got spotted out by Dagan, who crept up behind them, and Dagan there got like a 3 or 4k, just on Rover Pyro. But you can now see that Ubers are definitely even between both teams, and the Purple Pandas have a very standard hold right now. Bobby starts to got Dispenser instead. Actually, Riddlin's on quick fix, so he should get it in time. Yeah, it's because Ombrak has an Uber advantage, so by the time that took a crit screen, he would have got in time, whereas if he had a medigun, he wouldn't have. Nijunen there getting sniped by Flippy. Where is Flippy watching from?
Flippy's everywhere. He's actually on the hill getting some health right now. We do have these 100% ready to go. I'm really eager to see how this quick fix is going to hold up. It's an interesting idea, but ultimately... Oh, actually, Nijunen, yeah, down right there, so... Where is this pop?
Yeah, they're waiting for Umbrak to pop in first. He's popped in the quick fix, this pop back should keep the enemy team alive. They've only popped in Tech, they probably should have popped an X-Lock. Whoa! Maybe a headshot there from Lemo there as Tech tries to escape. Umbrak there taking out Zoob, and Zoob goes in to jump out of a Fear Boy there, saving his teammate's pride by gunning him down shortly after. And that was a very, very bad push there from DA. They popped on Tech. Tech didn't drop down to Flora at all to take down the Sigafu position. Maybe because he was scarred from last time that happened. But they probably should have popped on Tech, not Tech, on Exxon instead of Tech, because he's better suited to take it out if the sentry gun is so far back. T-Mac there going in for bomb. Riglin surfs out in time, and he has 90% quick fix at the moment.
So now we're seeing why some people do not like Barn Blitz, whatever iteration of it. And it's just this last point. You can throw Uber push after Uber push after Uber push in it, and a good defense with properly placed Uber charge, or in this case a quick fix to keep the medic alive, is going to stop you. And we're looking at it's already been about a couple minutes right here, so the time is getting it's to the average point. I think maybe a little bit more over average time right here for DAROUTOUTOU. So they can't really afford any more failed pushes right here. Now they do have an advantage in terms of Highpander running that quick fix, so they have to figure out a way to use that to their advantage and find out a way for Uber to beat that, because Uber definitely does.
Yeah, I feel that Riglin had the time to like switch their medigun and spawn, because that's what I do, especially on Barn Blitz. Like I switch to quick fix but then switch back when the medic goes back. And that Uber is popped up top right now. Although Steve there doing so much work, he denied basically 80% of the Uber. They were still stuck in the stairwell. Tech there goes out top, peeks his head up, gets sniped by from Lemo. The quick fix was popped back by Riglin, keeps his whole team alive out. Exxon there falling off on the damage, going up top. He takes out a lot of people, and Hildred finally there taking him out. And at the moment, the Pandas are still at an advantage. That was a really good time to push in actually, because Issel, he took out Dr. Kaka, and his sentry did get spammed out, so all they had to do was beat the enemy combo. But Steve there stopped that happening.
Yeah, and Zoob coming in from behind to pinch off Umbrak to take him down, because Umbrak would have survived that Uber push and putting themselves again in a position where they would have Uber to the opponent's quick fix. But he did go down, and now at this like 80% disadvantage. At any time, Riglin could push in with that quick fix to just destroy whatever little setup they have going out here. But I think
they did it. Like I said, they did it. They popped it through main. Yeah,
I was
at
just
the moment. Sorry, DAROUTOUTOU are stuck in the locker room right now. That's actually a really good place to run away. I don't think they did it on purpose though. I think that's just a very badly timed quick fix from the Highpanders.
And a really well-placed pill to take down enemy medic Riglin down. So now Umbrak is going to have 100% Uber. They're going to be placed in locker room, ready to drop, and they need to do this immediately. They can drop the heavy, do get the Uber popped off in time, but they're not dropping down. Finally, they do get down there. Sentry gun goes down, a nice zap and stab from Seal, and it looks like this is going to be the opportunity for DAROUTOUTOU to finally take this point. Oh, Tech goes down. Some really nice stickies from Hildreth as they come out of spawn. Burbo taking down Umbrak, so no medic, and maybe this isn't the time for DAROUTOUTOU. They can't get it, and the spawns are coming in just in time for Highpander.
Oh wow, that was a really risky play. Like I said, Riglin should have just like switched to medigun. But I think he just I think the distance meant that he would have got like a 10% advantage. Umbrak would have got a 10% advantage. I mean, I guess he didn't want to risk it or something. But anyway, like Thermal Pandas, Highpander there, holding on to last by the skin of their very teeth. A bit of overextension by DA, and the rest of the team couldn't catch up. So then they got cleaned up with their respawns. Nijunen there going down again to Tech on a one-on-one heavy, which is a bit unfortunate. Tech they're reaching like very, very low at the moment, but Ubers are even, so Riglin should have this in time.
So what? Okay, so I really think DAROUTOUTOU did the right thing and continued to push and be aggressive right there, but I think Tech did not get the overheals he needed to survive standing outside of spawn. And, oh, we actually have the Uber pop right here. Uber force. Hildred's coming in from upstairs to force the pop from Umbrak. They're in no position to do anything with this Uber. Oh wow, so Hildra's getting upstairs and well-placed sticking. Oh, and now they're coming in from behind with the quick fix to clean up. Durrani coming out there, and no chance for this DAROUTOUTOU team.
Oh my gosh, 3 minutes left on the clock for them to catch it out. Riddlin is still on quick fix. They're determined to make this work at the moment, and it is actually working. DAROUTOUTOU, they're going 5 down, which is not what they needed. It's fine, they're trying to push the car. It's still there, just have to get out though.
So this is looking like a long time. We've got to be over 7 minutes right now for... No, it's got to be like 8 minutes right now for DAROUTOUTOU, and they are feeling the wrath of Barn Blitz last right now, whereas they were able to roll in last round. This round, Highpander set their heels in, dug their heels in, and are giving a nice defense here. Sap does go down on the sentry gun, and actually the sentry gun may go down right here, and it actually does. So a nice pick right there. Sorry to seal.
Quick fix there was actually popped defensively after tech went down to a Girardi combo. However, lots of DA bleeding out along the sides right now. Furball there and Fearboy on the flank took out like 4 people just by themselves. And Omrak here has 100% Uber advantage. Doesn't have the team to do it though. And you can see that Highpander actually stacking players to force DA to pop early. That's very well played. And they come back into Ricklin's like cuddly quick fix arms to heal right back up. So it's very, very well played by them.
Tech going down then to Formello as he peeked his head around, so any chance of continued aggression on the movement on that cart is no. We'll say that. That's allowing Sentry Gun to get back up to level 2 right there. So nice word from Dr. Kaka to keep that additional presence right there. And I don't know, what do you think? We got 1:40 left. Quick Fix is ready to go for red.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have actually rotated to locker room early in this. Oh, it looks like they're taking out top with pure aggression. They are not popping that Uber early at all. They managed to get top right now. The quick fix is pop back into enemy medic. Oh, fantastic snipe there from Problemos. Steve the air blasted him, and that sort of moved Ombrak's head into Problemo's scope. It was very, very bad for him. However, it's still there taking out Nijunen, and Riddlin there popped the quick fix at the moment. And this should keep lots of them alive because lots of DA are in the red at the moment.
Wow, what an awful time for it to be air blasted right there for Ombrak. A minute left, he will have one more Uber push in him. Lots of spam coming down in the sentry right now. Oh, Nijunen goes down to Flippy, taking out the enemy heavy, and they're not even going to wait for this Uber. DAROUTOUTOU's going to push. They want this to happen on their own time. We'll see if these spawns from red can come in time, but it looks like not able to do so. And oh man, my time sense is awful because that was a 14 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, that was like an 8-minute hold on last, or just something like redundant.
Yep.
I've never seen a team hold for that long.
So playing it right there for Highpander. Quick fix defense. Who knew?
To be honest, like that shouldn't have worked. Like even with a quick fix, like on a one-on-one situation, like the Uber should have beaten them. I think maybe DA just should have, the locker room up the right-hand side. They should have just pushed it because Highpander had the combo classes up, like in this area, and if they pushed the entire combo and just started spamming at them passively, that would have either forced the quick fix or would have forced them to lose their height advantage, and then they could just push the flank up through top and like keep the high ground, and like either way, like would have like forced the enemy team into a position that they didn't want to be. Like, and they should have done that, but they kept trying to either push through main or push up top, or like push through left. It didn't make sense to me. The one time they pushed through top, they popped on tech, which didn't make sense. But anyway, we should be seeing DA on defense right now.
And they have got to dig their heels in for quite a while. They better just make camp because 14 minutes and 13 seconds is a long time to defend here. So Highpander, they've got to be careful though. They can't be lulled into the sense of, oh, we have forever to do this. They need to keep up the aggression and pretend like it's a 5-minute time that they're up against. So they do have time to in the cart, so doing things right now as they are pushing in. Nijunen goes down to some stickies from Exxon. They don't have their medic out of spawn yet, so just kind of feeling it out. Where's that sentry gun? It is in the barn. So it looks like a typical defense here out of DAROUTOUTOU, and we're probably going to see a typical Uber push in here soon from Highpander.
Yeah. Oh, he's just like going down to a bomb from T-Mac at the moment. Both medics still have 100%. And DA Sentry is held slightly far back at the moment. It's very, very well projected in barn. It's less likely to be spammed now. You can see that Ombrak there is holding in the Buddha spots behind the fence.
Yeah, so they're set up really well right now, but really all they have to do is get a spy in behind there, and just as it says, that Fear Boy goes down, so no sap coming out. Hildreth going down as well, as he did get a steal, but Formella taking down Flippy, and there's just no... Well, okay, here we go. Finally we have some more frontal movement. Oh, and a huge bomb in from Zoom. Sorry, that was a horrible call, but Zoom taking out Umbra. That will be the drop, and this is going to be Highpander's chance to push in easily.
Yep, this is the catalyst that they need to build some momentum, and I think they're gonna do that. Where is Ritalin at the moment? He's back by spawn. He's got a while. Umbrak's only just respawning now, so if he pops right now, the Uber should still be even. Hildreth is very, very far forward right now. Ritalin there catching him just in time when he got very, very low. Should be able to get out someone at the moment, but Tech is really fast to fall out, and you can see that Mr. has to escape right now. He won't escape. He has, however, left the level 3 up by the cliff down the right hand side. It has been spotted, and they do take it out. So Uber's like even at the moment. Umbrak only at about 20% Uber advantage, and the Highpanders have got 0.1, and they're gonna see if they can take this momentum to 0.2 because there is no sentry gun up there.
Yeah, have to continue and put some presence right there. They do have a nice Girardi, and it looks like DAROUTOUTOU is going to fall back. Combo was holding up there, but there's no chance as they took that Girardi, and now in comes Nujunin and with his medic. So yeah, it looks like they will be able to take this up attic position and continue pushing on, although they're having some... Gotta wait for that stupid turntable though.
Yeah. Oh man, the Uber is actually forced back from Umbrak right now. He pops to save as much as team as he can. Exxon there going down to Problemo, and at the moment they were only 4 up when that Uber was popped. Oh, Steve the Barrow! He went in through drop down. He's on the enemy medic. He takes out Tech with a crit flare. He takes out Umbrak as well. Steve doing a lot of work. That's probably gonna go in a frag video somewhere.
Yeah, Steve's just been consistently really good this match. Don't give him enough a shout out right now. Oh, Play doing some great work putting aggression on the medic. He does go down, but doesn't matter, distracted him enough for Exxon to get a sticky in there, taking out the medic. Gonna buy DAROUTOUTOU a little bit of an Uber advantage, but at this point they just need to dig their heels into last and prepare for a really, really long hold. Otherwise, this round is probably going to go to Highpander.
Yeah, I think DA could do it though. I mean, like, Highpander got a really fast time that first round, and DA beat them. Oh, Nujunin there, not watching his back. It was a bit overextended, gets picked off by Issel. But anyway, he was, yeah, I don't know, he was a bit... Oh my god, there's a spy behind the enemy. Oh my god, Issel there tries to go for another, gets spotted out by Hildreth super quickly. But that was what DA needed to hold the point, and you can see that Umbrak now has about a 50% Uber advantage, should be able to hold this point with ease. I think they can hold it for 10 minutes. It's definitely possible.
Definitely possible, and have to if they want to force this to a third round. And of course, that's obviously what Highpander wants to do after. But it's so crazy how we had a 10-minute complete time for our first round, and now 10 minutes. Or now we're gonna have like probably about 30 minutes if the second round goes Highpander's way. I mean, DAROUTOUTOU's way.
Yeah, Mr. there trying to build a sentry up top. You might remember this sentry position from a few seasons back when people used to build it by what was previously a forward spawn. Oh, the Uber was popped there. It was forced from Umbrak to save some of his team because the sniper was watching him. And you can see that this will leave the Highpanders are 100% Uber advantage right now, so it's just where they want to push from. And it looks like they're going to rotate up through locker room with the combo. However, there is T-Mac watching them. He gets spotted out. Now they know where they're coming from.
Now, I did manage to talk to Hildreth a little bit before the match, and he said on pushing last, don't watch the Uber, watch what else is happening. So we'll see as the Uber does come in. Hildreth is just doing all the damage, though. Sentry gun is still up, being prepared like crazy, but it's still going right there, and Hildreth goes down to it. So where's the rest of Highpander?
The rest of Highpander pushing hard, and the flank just sort of like pushed, like just didn't like, you know, let them get through. Like, Stephen Pyro created a lot of space, but DA still had the combo with a lot of kills just together by the lower spawn, and with that sentry gun watching the upper area, that like kept it together really well.
I gotta wonder right there. I was excited about Hildreth with his new strats for pushing last right here, and really looks like they depended on that Uber to push in, and really it's those other classes that can clean up and make that last push successful. Of course, taking down that sentry gun is essential, and it didn't happen, so Misto with some nice action right there. Not in a Sigafu position, but a good position nonetheless if played properly.
Yeah, the thing is they had uber advantage, so what they did was they focused the players instead of the sentry gun, but like some of their attention was still split onto the sentry gun. If they fully focused the players, that meant that the sentry gun wouldn't have had support and they could like kill it after, if that makes sense. But anyway, the Uber is popped up top right now by DA. It takes that hill drift, it takes that problemo. That was very, very well played by them. They sacked in to force the pop, and now Ritalin has an 100% Uber advantage. He's gonna link up with Nisho sometime soon, but Nisho's by himself right now. He probably needs to meet his team unless he wants to get stunned by Isso. And yeah, problemo there saving him.
And the question is, where is Highpander going to push from? It looks like they are going to go left. So this Uber is incoming right here, only 7 minutes and 18 seconds, which is a long time in TF2 time. But they can't afford too many more failed pushes. In comes this Uber, popped on Hildreth, is focusing down that sentry gun this time, and it does go down only at level 1, the poor baby. And the rest of Highpander coming in clean up. Oh, they lose Hildreth and they lose Azub, so 2 of those classes down. Ritalin gets down, goes down as well, backstabbed, and we'll see if the rest of Highpander can clean up. Heavy is being super aggressive right here, and Najuden does focus down Ombrak with the help of Steve and Pyro, I think.
Yeah, you can see that there's a spy on the cart right now. Will he be able to get anyone? He hasn't even responded out. He takes out oh my god, Flippy there with 2k on Theobald and Dr. Kaka. And wow, that was so close. They didn't have enough people on the cart pushing it while that push was going in. Otherwise they'd be in right now. And maybe that's a bit of miscommunication between the combo and the flank.
Yeah, Highpander really should have this by now. I'm confused about this lack of execution in their planning or in their plays. I don't know. What's going wrong, do you think?
Well, as you did say, Firebomb Blitz last is incredibly hard to push, and I have a feeling like Exons missed the sentry position up top, sort of threw them off. They haven't seen it for like a good 2 seasons, you know, and that was like a very, very strong position before they moved the spawns. And now it's being put in the Sigafu position. Right now, both medics are coming up to 100% Uber. You see, Ombrak's still on Medigun, I believe Rit is on Medigun as well, and he's actually popped early to go up to the stairs right now. They're being air blasted by a Pyro. The red Uber's popped much later, and Steve the Pyro might actually get caught out. That Uber didn't do anything. Like, red team did not give any of their position, and TF2 is a game about positioning. Like, you give up Uber, you give up players to get that position to push points with, and that actually did nothing. And now they're rotating around. It looks like Highpander are rotating through locker room at the moment. Hildreth doing so much damage. He picks up Ombrak with a really nice pill. Excellent, they're taking out Fearboy though. However, DA are only 3 up at the moment, so they can put some pressure on the card.
Yes, a really interesting decision to go to the attic, pop that Uber there. They are obviously none aware that that's where the defensive was holding as well. Usually go attic, or you go locker rooms instead of attic. And if you do go that's upper area, you think they have some pressure on the cart to possibly split the ranks of the defense, but that was not the case. Now we're going to see what they have to do when they have this huge Uber advantage. Can't afford, again, too many more failed pushes, but we're getting down to less than 5 minutes right here.
Oh, yep, the Uber is popped through locker rooms, popped on Hildreth first. Hildreth focusing down, that's him taking it down. Usually then dropping down, he gets sniped by Flippy as his feet touch the floor. It looks like Ritalin did follow him. He follows him a bit too late. He gets picked off. There's a mini sentry up top right now by locker room Dr. Kaka. Really good sentry positioning. They just need to get people on the car. Hildreth is so very low right now, 27 health. He has to dodge excellent stickies at the moment. And Zoop there following up, taking out Isso behind. This should be the cap.
That mini doing work. Dr. Kaka, like you said, great placement right there. It did a lot of work taking down the enemy medic. Of course, lots of other players doing work right there, but that means we will go to a 3rd round.
Yeah, that... Like, for a second, I thought DA had that, because that...
Right.
Like, that was a very good hold by them. Like, I didn't think they would, but they managed to hold them for a good 6 minutes on last.
But ultimately, it doesn't matter, and you kind of think, well, they should have just let them have the first push, and then we'd have saved 10 minutes. But regardless, we are going to this 3rd round.
Yep, it's the 3rd decider round, and I believe that, if I recall correctly, yes, Highpander are going to pick whether they're going to attack or they're going to defend first, because they had the faster capping time. So, for the 3rd round, let's see what they pick. They're probably having discussion in Mumble right now.
What do you feel would right, you're in Highpander's position right now. What would you choose?
I don't know. Honestly, I used to prefer defending first, but then I played like 2 seasons in a team where like the leader preferred attacking first and stuff, and so did the rest of the team. So I honestly I don't mind either way. Like I like defending first. I liked defending first because it means you are more in control of the time the enemy team sets, if that makes sense. Like and also because I used to find defending a lot easier, perhaps because I was in less coordinated teams and I played in lower levels. But then, like, yeah, I guess now I prefer attacking first. Because, yeah, I don't know, I just do.
I think I could go either way. As an NG main, you kind of you like having the opportunity to attack first, and all you have to do is just sit on the cart and spam minis, but at the same time you love defending on payloads where you can just build up your setup and get settled in on that first point and really hold it off. But we will see, just waiting for them to decide. Who do you think has the advantage going in here? I mean, Highpander was successful in beating DAROUTOUTOU's time, but like we said, DAROUTOUTOU put up a pretty good defense, all things considering.
I don't want to like jinx it for any team, and I don't want to be like one of those people that like ruin it with like spoilers. I know it's not really spoilers because like we're watching it live at the moment, we're casting it live, but I do think Highpander have the edge in this. I feel that the reason, because they set a very, very good time for the first round, and they did sort of lose it for the first 3 points when they were defending, but that was a very strong hold on last. Both teams like made mistakes. Like DAROUTOUTOU should have been able to cap like last when, you know, in that second round faster than they did, and Highpander probably shouldn't have lost the first round, like, because that was a very excellent time that they had. It's just that they made a bunch of mistakes, so it can go either way. Like I'm perplexed here. Like usually you can tell, but this time not so much.
Yeah, so yeah, very, very interesting and definitely unexpected on a couple of fronts right here. We do have the lots, which posted in chat right there. I think one of the differences we saw in the second round was Flippy definitely being controlled a little bit better.
Yeah.
Not necessarily by Fromella, because Fromella was doing his own work, and he was getting some really big snipes, although the scores don't necessarily reflect that. But just putting more pressure on Flippy, but again, he still did great work, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Nisho in particular was having a lot of issues with Flippy. I noticed him getting sniped quite a bit. I'm looking at the logs, and yeah, Flippy's still near the top there, 29 kills. However, Tech is actually at the top with 32 kills. For Blemmel though, definitely having an easier time against the enemy sniper. He's got 20, he's only lagging around like 9 kills behind, although Flippy outsniped him 3 more times than he did to Flippy. Now I'm looking at damage at the moment. Hildrift there being kind of massive with 16,000 damage, and I haven't quite seen anyone on the team, because Nisho was having a lot of issues with Flippy. He only managed to pull out like 5,000. And I'm looking at Excellence damage right now, and he's a good 6,000 less than Hildrift, and you can definitely see by the scores on the scoreboard, Exxon, maybe he just needs to play a bit more with Tech, because Tech was doing a lot of work, or maybe the heal spread is just like, well, favors Tech a lot more, and it gives him more room to push. You can see that there's 39% heals on Tech as compared to 18 on Exxon, whereas for Highpander you can see it's 27 to 23 on Hildrift and Nisho.
Yeah, definitely interesting. I love how the Pyros are both third right there, both with getting 14% of the heals. They've definitely been great, both doing some really good defensive work, as well as, you know, offensive.
So,
but
sorry,
I was gonna force you to commit, and calling who's going to win this one.
Oh right. Oh god. Okay. I think it's going to be Highpander, because it seems like they've adapted to DA's playstyle, like in that second round, a lot more than like DA like adapted to the unusual strategies that weren't really like. It's not that they were like unusual; it's just that they're rarer, I guess. and like these, like, I don't know, offensive quick fix on defense, like, you know, like they weren't expecting that at all, and they can adapt to it as well as Highpander did to them. So it's going to go to Highpander.
Well, just to make this interesting, I'll go with DAROUTOUTOU because I believe they could pull it out, something interesting at least. Considering the first round, they just absolutely rolled through all expectations as well as the map. Definitely have it in them as, you know, defending champs and a lot of pro players here. I do think it's going to take a bit of work, though. Like you said, Highpander is definitely better at adapting, and I think DAROUTOUTOU is just a little stuck in some of these methods. So we'll see. I'm just waiting right now for teams to pick a side to begin with.
Ooh, do you wanna play a game? I want to play this game when teams take a while to ready up.
Okay.
And stuff. You may or may not offend some people when they watch the VOD back. Just FYI. But we're gonna play who's hot and who's not.
Okay.
So from each team, you have to pick a player who's hot, aka who's doing like quite a bit of work, and a player who's not, someone who needs to pick it up a bit.
Oh boy, this is gonna make me some enemies.
Well, technically only 2 enemies, so that's okay.
Oh, that's 2 more than I have right now. So no, let's see. I mean, we go from DAROUTOUTOU, definitely. I would say Flippy, but also I'm very biased towards Ingies, and I think Mista has been outperforming Dr. Kaka right here. But Dr. Kaka's been doing good too. I don't know. I'm gonna make you go first.
Okay. For Highpander, who's hot? Steve the Pyro, actually. He's been very hot, like that last round. Like I don't usually approve of like a roaming Pyro that much. Like, but he's just really, really good. Like, I might have to rethink me claiming Kando's the best Pyro in the EU now. Like, especially when Hildreth sent me a persuasion the other day. Who's not? Like, I love Niju to bits, but it looks like, I feel like he's been walking into sniper sightlines a bit too much, and this leaves Richland exposed to jumpers, and by jumpers I mean T-Mac, who has been jumping a lot into him, and either forcing him, or like just damaging him, so he has to run back to spawn and his team don't have heals for 5 seconds. For DA, who's hot, like, once they Flippy, he was definitely very hot the first round, but it looks like Tech has been picking up Exxon's slack, and Exxon is who I'm saying is, like, not at the moment, with his low damage.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that. I'll just say ditto, so I don't have to pick your enemies.
Forever the nice person.
I just but no, I think that's generally a good assessment of this match so far. Yep. I like to play who is the best hat, which is a little less interesting, but
very interesting means a little less offensive.
Yeah,
I understand.
But fortunately, we are saved by 3rd round going live here, and it looks like DAROUTOUTOU is going to have the chance to push the cart first. So interesting decisions for Oh wait, no, it was switched right there. Okay, so DAROUTOUTOU is going to defend first, so Highpander choosing to attack first.
Yeah, I think that's like kind of solid. They did set a good time in that first round. I think they're hoping to replicate it again. Like, I always find offending like slightly harder than defending. So maybe this pick of teams would throw off DA a bit. Like, getting a bit worried because like their defense was like quite strong. So I don't know. What it looks like, I'm looking at DA's defense at the moment, and they've got the sentry gun very far back in barn again, and they've also got I believe that is a backwards teleporter to second right now coming out from Mr.
Gotta love that. Pick up the sentry and get out of there as soon as you can. Like I said, Mr.'s just a very smart engineer. I know more about him than Dr. Kaka, so that's why I've been talking more about him, but we'll see if that works. So oftentimes you're so pressured that you can't really get that sentry gun and then get teleported fast enough. But we'll see as have Blue pushing out of spawn right now. Highpander looking to be aggressive here and replicate their time from the first round, and of course hoping that they can hold off their TP for just a little bit longer then.
Oh yeah, you can see that lots of them go back.
Zoob forcing the pop right there. We were talking about T-Mac, but Zoob has been doing an amazing job pressuring the enemy medic, and that pays off right there. Umbrak pops his Uber, and that's going to buy 100% advantage for Ritalin and team. hasn't come out of spawn yet, and actually some of those bigger classes just going down, so they will wait for those respawns, get back up, and then try to use his advantage very, very soon.
Yeah, that was... Oh, Zoob's going for it again! Oh my god, he almost gets the air shot, but Dagon there, reflecting back, he just has to retreat for health. Dagon there, actually overstanding, but gets taken out. Very, very well-timed pop there from Riddler. Nishu getting a 2k there. He got tech as well. This will leave Ombrak an uber advantage, but it's on defense, so it doesn't matter that much. And yeah, you can see that the rest of them Hildreth they're cleaning up inside the barn, taking out the sentry gun right now. There was a scout on the cart, but blah blah there getting cleaned up, and at the moment DA were only 4 up. They managed to get 1 respawn back in. However, Tech managed to get 4 spawn still because they still haven't capped, and it's actually done some ninja heavy stuff alongside Dagon, taking out Ritalin, which will definitely store the cap a lot longer. However, no heavy and pyro on defense meant that the Highpander flank, the Highpander flank swept up onto point 2, and they have control of Attic.
Yeah, so an interesting decision right there from Tech to just decide to go ahead and do that heavy flank, get the medic pick. That means he wasn't going to be in any position to get back and help defend Attic right there. And we actually have, it looks like, Red Dumbaman Exxon is either AFK or he's waiting for some surprise action to come in, but he is not moving in spawn right there for DAROUTOUTOU. So interesting, keep an eye on that as Blue is pushing forward. ×2 in the cart, why not ×3, I say? But yeah. Highpander's doing enough right now to keep that pressure from DAROUTOUTOU really getting any established hold here on third, it looks like.
Yeah, oh man, I'm not quite sure if John called it earlier, but that was a very nice trick stab that he did around Mister. Like, he sort of corner stabbed him around his sentry, and that meant that the sentry has only just gone up right now. It should have been level 3, but now it's only level 1, and Zoob there has actually jumped up to behind the enemy team right now. He's spamming it like hell, and Riddlin right now is, well, Ubers are about even, but Nishan and there in a bit aggressive out of his medic's hold. He was on the wooden walkway there. The sentry gun is level 2 right now. It's taking so much damage. A lot of metal is just being used to protect the sentry. And actually, Ombrak has put himself in a corner of the defense. The Uber is popped right now. The red Uber is popped back. And not much happening. Dagon there doing a good job of denying that blue Uber.
Yeah, really nice job without the power. This hold would be over here on third. But yeah, Dagon keeping that sentry up and allowing some of these heavier classes to get back here and ready to protect as well. Zoobers will be about even. It looks like we are going to have another bomb in here, but Zoob is sent flying. Mr. wrangles him out of the equation. As Mijunin going down to another headshot as he tried to get in position, but Flippy has just had his drop all game.
Yeah, that was a really good follow-up by Exxon and Blah Blah after that failed Uber push from the Pandas, and you can see both medics are coming up to about 70% right now. Oh my god, Flippy there! Gets a 4K, he finally picks up Hildreth for the last one. From Level finally picks him off at the moment, but this means that the Pandas push is stalled yet again, really coming up to 100% at the moment.
Despite this, oh, it looks like we actually have a pause.
Yeah, there is a pause. That's 90 seconds into the future as well. So, like, it's pausing, like, the pause happens in real time. But, yeah, something has happened. Like, maybe they've just capped third or something. Maybe, like, a player has dropped.
I was going to say, despite the fact that that Uber push failed, we still got a really good time going on here for Highpander. 2 minutes, 18 seconds for the first 2 points, and the cart is just at the bottom of that hill. So one more Uber push and they'll be in good shape for a very fast time still. Of course, it all comes down to last point. But I think DAROUTOUTOU may have learned something from Highpander's stiff hold, because they were able to pull out a hold that we were a little bit surprised at. So I think if it does come to a hold on last, that DAROUTOUTOU is going to be able to pull off something that will prevent a really, really fast time out of Highpander here.
Yeah. I'm not sure about this hold on third. Like, the sentry is like moderately far back. Like, that thing doesn't have any like room to wrangle at all apart from directly in front of it. I've seen some NGs build on, you know, this little like red shack next to the hill. Yeah, like it gives you like a bit more angle to wrangle and like to cover that top building over there. I don't know, third, I don't like holding third. It is the weakest hold. Like not considering, like, you know, the strength of the other holds, possibly like stronger than first, but first gets like very, very hard to hold on Marblets for an extended period of time. But we should be seeing like some sort of push-in by Highpander, so let's see how they deal with this level 3 that's very far back on Cliff.
Looks like they were having some ping issues, our Highpander team was, so they had to do something, I guess, to fix that. We'll see. Because that's obviously Highpander definitely wants the best pings as they're pushing for their life right now, but DA just digging their heels and trying as hard as they can to defend.
Yeah.
While we have this break, just go ahead and remind everybody to head on over to youtube.com/BlackoutGamingTV and subscribe so you can get all of the videos from Blackout Gaming TV's casts.
Oh, yep. We also have a Facebook. We did have a Twitter, but John had informed me last cast that it died a painful and slow death. So, yes, indeed. But we have a Facebook and we have a Steam group, and we also have a website for you to visit as well. It's either Blackout Gaming or Blackout TV is the stuff you gotta search for. blackoutgaming.org, John tells me.
And the YouTube is Blackout Gaming Casting. So we're just all on top of this, Mia, aren't we?
Yes, indeed. Now, should we want to do pings? Oh, I remembered now. I'm just going to do some sneaky promotion right here while we wait, if you don't mind. But before, we had to switch server, and before the teams, started without warning us, I was talking about how Bomb Blitz was preseason for UGC Highlander Season 12, which is coming up. Preseason starting on the 20th of January. It's been moved back a week. We decided to move it back, to give teams some time to sign up. But yes, preseason, which is Bomb Blitz, this match starts on the 20th of January. And I think sign up closer to 2 weeks in. I'm really sure. I realized it's kind of that.
Get a little bit of a robot voice there from you, Mia. I don't know if it's just me.
Oh, I think I'm having robot.
You're cutting out. Is that just me, or is that? We'll see. If the chat says that as well. Okay, try to say something else there. Mia, you still with us? All right. Well, I don't know if she was right there, but. That's what I like to do. Usuals, which really makes me sad. I mean, these are top players, top teams. They're the unusuals. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Realize it is bullshit. All right. Yeah.
And we're back. We've actually switched over to Vanilla TV Mumble now. But yeah, thank you, Byte. Anyway, there has been an unpause right now. That Uber was popped in by for Highpander, and they did manage to take out that sentry gun there. And Red Uber was popped back, but unfortunately they couldn't defend it for long enough.
Yeah, so HUD's gonna be broken for just a little bit with that pause right here. But we'll see if DAROUTOUTOU is able to get something going in terms of defense. Time is ticking by. Don't know how much time it was on for the third point right there, but we will stick with it as much as possible.
And yeah, now we can see that DAROUTOUTOU are at the moment doing a very strong hold. They're in a stand position right now, written here on 50% Uber with a Medigun. right now. And Ombrak here has the slight Uber advantage of 85%. Oh, Zoom there, that bomb in. He gets shut down by Tech, giving his medic a sandwich. That was enough.
Looks like we have the sentry gun going up in the same spot right there for Mista, or the Sigafu spot right there. We'll see how that holds for DAROUTOUTOU this time.
Yeah.
So I'm also getting messages about things still.
But yeah, both medics should be coming up to 100% Uber sometime soon. I'm just retrying to server to get my HUD back. But anyway, yeah.
I'm also getting messages that can't hear us on stream. Anyway, we'll just keep talking.
Yeah, anyway, that Uber was popped there by Highpander up through top at the moment. The Uber was popped back by DA to defend it. However, Ombrak there going down to some very, very well placed stickies by Hildra. If you put them behind Ombrak, so they shut him off. However, you can see Fearboy there on the sentry right now. He does get taken out, and the sentry gun does get unstacked from time. However, DA only 4 up. And Highpander are going to use this to their advantage by putting some pressure in through the cart right now. You can see that all of the Highpander have taken main right now, so they've got height advantage, and they're spamming down on DA, who are by the cart right now. Can Flippy do something amazing? He takes out Thurble, who's pushing the cart. Is still there, taking out Dr. Kasaka, or Dr. Kaka. However, Hildreth there takes out Flippy, and at the moment DA in trouble. They're getting a spawn wave in right now. However, Riddlin popped outside the enemy spawn. Hildreth, there's a free 4K! That's amazing. 6 minutes and 51 seconds for all 4 points on Marblets.
So pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than what we saw the from DAROUTOUTOU in the second round, at least more than half of that time. So what are your feelings there then about Highpander deciding to push first?
I don't know. I guess it worked out well in the end, because like, look at that time. I think they just had. I guess they just felt more confident pushing. I don't play the team, so like I can't tell you like why they chose to push, but it appears like they made the right decision. Unless DA push like super fast again.
Thanks, Doc.
I think they have it in them to pull out all stops and kind of just bring the fury. We'll see though. Definitely going to be first couple points matter most in getting through those very aggressively and setting and making sure that defensive team doesn't get set up on attic right here. But they did it before. There's no reason they can't do it again. So DAROUTOUTOU definitely still in this game.
Yeah, and you can see that they're putting a lot of people on the cart right now. And as for the Highpanders, they're holding very passive ground. Again, they're holding just behind the. Oh, there's a spy on Rifflin! Oh my god, Issel, they're so close to getting him. And but he doesn't manage to get that. Would have been the catalyst that they needed right now. From Lemon, they're shutting out a lot of main right now by taking out Mister. That sentry gun is still in the barn at the moment. It's watching tracks. And it looks like they are gonna push main. They're not gonna bother the hill right now, and they're gonna try and put some pressure on the sentry. You can see that Ombrak has rotated over to the tracks with his enemy team, with his own team. I mean, whereas the enemy team are still watching Cliff.
Spy trying to get in there again, but he goes down. As both Ubers yet to be popped right there, Hildreth pushing forward a little bit into Barn to just try to stop everything, and we do finally have these Ubers coming out, popped onto Exxon, who goes flying into the air. Not exactly sure how that managed, but that prevents him from getting any good stickies onto the sentry gun here in Barn. And it looks like Dr. Kaka doing a good job holding on right there. Red Uber not popped, so now it's all in their ballpark about what they want to do with this Uber.
Yeah, that was a very poorly popped Uber from DA. They popped when there were like 4 people, like, you know, in spawn or like dead. And you can see that right now because lots of DA are getting cleaned up. The Uber is popped back from Highpander. They're still on the cliff. They didn't rotate around to meet their enemies, but Uber should be even. And only Hildreth actually went down that encounter, so it's very good at keeping their players alive, not so good at holding positions. 5 minutes left on the clock for Highpander to hold this.
And right now we'll see if they can get anything up in the attic. There is a level 2 already, so Dr. Kaka did his work, buying his team definitely this opportunity to hold right here. Needs a little help, but doesn't get the Rescue Ranger out in time, and down goes the Sentry Gun to a nice kill from Exxon. So this pressure here on attic could spell victory for DAROUTOUTOU if they keep up that pressure. Really can't afford any more hold right here, but they don't have the Uber advantage. They can't really push into DAROUTOUTOU, or they can't push into Highpander right now. So DAROUTOUTOU in a little bit of a pickle right now. Oh, Exxon goes down. He was trying to get some spam up there, but not able to do so.
Yeah, and now Riddle is at 100% Uber, and you can see that on back is currently staying on 90%. He has to wait a while longer. Oh my god, Follow is actually dominating Flippy right now, taking him out of a body shot. He's actually like doing very well. He's picked up this game. Oh my god, the Uber is popped by Highpander. They forced the Frenchies to pop a bit earlier right now because lots of them go down. They were just sort of forced to go up. They actually only take out Nijun in that. Lots of them would get very low. They tried to push up the stairs, tech their leading push. He's gonna get shut out though. And you can see that they were 5 down, only just managed to get some respawns back in. However, Dagan and Flippy doing a lot of cleanup at the moment. I wonder if Highpander are gonna be able to hold this. It looks like they might be able to edge this.
There is still the dispenser up, and I maintain that that's the most important part of a Highlander team, and a lot of spam coming out too, so Hildreth able to get stickies there, and I think, yeah, they probably will be able to. About 3 minutes 30 seconds left. This won't be the last hold for them. Definitely won't feel that they need to commit too much to holding this point, and it looks like already the combo's falling back to third right there, so probably the wise move and giving up this point in order to just hold on for the longer run.
Yeah, they were too low to maintain that precarious position up height, so they rotated around the floor where they could fall out to more easily. And now because of that, they have a very solid hold on third. Really, they're 100% Uber. However, Highpander are 3 down. They've got to watch their flank because Thurbo is down and Dr. Kusaka only just died. And the Uber is yet again popped into them. So much damage they're going onto tech, but it looks like Ombrak they managed to get out alive. He's only sitting on 23% though, so Riddlin might be able to have it in time. Oh man, you can see Nijuna there going down after tech positioned himself very, very well after, the red Uber has faded.
Gotta watch out though, Red Soldier in from behind. Zoo does get a little bit rocket damage down, but T-Mac takes care of his opposing soldier. Carpy pushed up the hill, and of course that's so difficult. You have to keep that presence on it at all times, and Ombrak goes down. Didn't see how that happened, but no medic means that Dr. Kaka is gonna be emboldened enough to try to put up a center here on third. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, no, it's definitely very good. There is no way that DA can push right now because Highpander have got heals advantage, so that is a prime time to, set up the sentry. And now because of that, they've got Uber advantage, they've got a sentry up. They were 3 down right now, but Highpander keep popping into the enemy team very, very aggressively. It takes out Umbrak actually. Hildreth are taking down enemy medic, again keeping the heals and the Uber advantage in their favor. Riddlin does get jumped there by T-Mac. However, he gets taken down. Exxon jumped with him, and he managed to strafe out in time. So now DA in trouble. They're only 4 at the moment. Darkeye is trying to put some pressure on the scout. There's 1.5 minutes left on clock, but Highpander have got a very firm hold on this, as it looks like DA are just sacking players in at the moment.
Yeah, Tech with a questionable move right there, just trying to get in by himself. But right now, Scout, Furba was just doing a great job controlling these individual players who are trying to get in here. Oh, we do have Soldier jumping in again, but Ombrak gets sniped.
Oh man, Problemo there. He's standing by that really mean spot there. He takes out both Ombrak and Exxon, the 2 most important classes in the Highland team. He managed to shut down. And I can see that Tech is again getting very aggressive by his lonesome right now. He's jumping up to the top right now. He's running for the health pipe, but Uber is caught back in Steve. However, Steve should take him down alongside some help from Zoob at the moment. And Riddlin is actually a bit out of position. Maybe he's getting a bit aggressive. 40 seconds left. They can still push this, but only if they have 3 times on the cart from now on. Okay, they can't push it anymore.
Yeah, it's so close right here for DAROUTOUTOU. They got a lot closer than we thought they may have in the beginning. Riddlin goes down to a backstab, but it's not going to be enough as these last vestiges of hope fade for DAROUTOUTOU, and Highpander putting forth a good defense right here. It looks like Najuden trying to stick it out himself with just the NG, and Dr. Kaka does have that level 3, so it's pretty much spelling the end. 6 seconds left right there for DAROUTOUTOU, and Highpander is going to pull out this victory.
Whew, wow. that was a very exciting match. I really thought that DA could have pushed it to last. They had so much momentum coming up from the first point and stuff, but it looked like Highpander were just sort of always like in control, like in the end.
Yeah, and those popping the Uber into DAROUTOUTOU was a very wise. Well, I'm not sure if wise is the word. It had its benefits and it worked out.
Unexpected.
So right.
I wouldn't usually recommend it, but I think Hildreth's reasoning behind it was that he forced DAROUTOUTOU to use the Uber in a position that they didn't want to be. So by the time that they got in the position that they would have liked to have been in, when the Uber would have been popped, ideally for them, the Uber would be fading and they'd have to retreat back in time. So he was giving them like no position at all, if you get what I mean.
Right. Looks like we are going to go back to the Blackout Mumble for some post-game interviews.
But anyway, we should be waiting for Kip to return. We are back in the Blackout TV mumble right now. It's just me and John at the moment. So we are apparently waiting for some interviews coming up from either the Highpanders or from DAROUTOUTOU. But to wrap that up, that is a good 4 points there going to the Highpanders and 2 points going over to DAROUTOUTOU. And I'm looking at the tables right now, and this should leave Highpander with 10 matches played and 22 points, which should leave them at definitely a very solid second place behind Killswitch, whereas the DAROUTOUTOU have got 2 more points and they're gonna struggle to make playoffs. They're gonna have to like ace the next matches to do it. I'm looking at the next matches and it's up against SNSD, so they're really gonna have to bring everything out right now.
Definitely a tough few days ahead of them, but it looks like we do have Hildreth in chat with us. Hildreth, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so we did talk before the match, and I asked about pushing last. Can you talk more about your strategy for that, especially in the second round, where you failed a couple pushes right there, pushing into DAROUTOUTOU's defense?
We didn't really have a strategy. What we did was we all stopped the game and we just prayed to God, and then eventually, he delivered. So, well, I am God if you missed the trick. No, we had a strategy where we would try to Uber Pyro and then try and get our flank, distract their combo, and then try and get our flank in and decimate their combo. It mixed success, but we did manage to get Uber advantage from it, and then we won the game from there.
Yeah, that was I guess it worked. So, were there any, how do you feel the other team did? Were you surprised, or, were they what you expected?
DAROUTOUTOU, for a team that doesn't practice very much, they're pretty good. I mean, if we had practiced as little as they were, you'd be watching a completely different team. We have to try really hard because we're all terrible except me. So, I'm gonna have to teach these guys how to play TF2. It's pretty rough. I mean, have you ever babysat before, Mia?
No, I've never had to babysit before, but that's because I can't stand children.
Exactly. Though you shouldn't be leading this team then, that's what happened. Though, DAROUTOUTOU, they got such good deathmatching skills, like Flippy and was clicking on. They caused them so many problems, and Tech is one of the ballsiest heavies in TF2. I think their only problem is they don't practice that much, and Exxon plays a very weird style. Did you see when he hidden spawn on defense?
Yeah.
He must have been thinking of the moment of glory.
Oh, well, we do have Mista here in chat. Mista, I'd like to ask you some questions, but first, welcome. Hi.
Hi.
I gotta ask about this last point defense that you continued to put up, mostly that what Mia and I are calling the Sigafu spot for your sentry gun.
Yep.
Did you take inspiration from Sigafu?
Well, that spot was already a bit famous.
Okay.
Well, I was hoping for a Sigafu-like push so I can do the same, but it didn't happen. I tried to put it on top, but it didn't work out really. So
Hello.
Hello, Exxon.
So, Exxon, we got to ask about that play in the second round where you stayed in spawn as the team pushed to second.
I wanted to change spawn, but I don't know how because I can't. There is a limited class and
You
I
could
can't
have
change
switched
spawn.
weapons or something,
Yeah.
perhaps. But yeah, I
yeah,
don't know why we
Exxon
had that.
doesn't know about that.
One thing at a time, Exxon. One thing at a time.
Yeah,
So
so,
the
yeah, congratulations. I wanted to say congratulations for our Highpander friends. You played very good tonight, and you deserve the victory.
Just feeling very emotional right now, Mister. Thank you.
So,
Welcome.
Mr. and Exxon, we got to ask, what are your hopes for DAROUTOUTOU in terms of playoffs? Do you think you can? Do you think you can do it?
I really don't know. We will see.
I think our fate is not in our hand anymore because if It's All Good wins 6-0 against SNSD, it's over for us. We are doomed. So we will try our best against SNSD to win, not to leave points there, and hope for the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're against them on Sunday on Badwater. How do you feel about it? Like, do you think you can beat them like you did in the finals of last season?
We definitely think we can beat It's All Good on Badwater. But
That's NSD.
sometimes details can come out and change the game. Some small details, so bad luck and stuff. So we will see. Are you going, guys, to cast that match?
Yes, we will probably cast it if we can.
Okay, nice.
Looks like we got T-Mac in here. T-Mac, hi.
Hey,
Was there anything you wanted to say about the match? I got to say some nice bombs in there on the medic, keeping that pressure on.
firstly, GG to Highpander. They're really better than us. I think the round we got is a bit stolen, so I think that's 2 good points for us.
Were there any funny moments in that match that we might have missed, apart from Exxon failing to switch spawn?
Yeah, fucking config.
Pardon?
The config was fucked up. We couldn't switch because it was
Zoop's
set up with one each class.
Yeah,
So
At the
Class
last two,
limit
the
one.
problem was the same. We wanted to
But-
switch spawn, but we can't because you put too much time to change an hat or an weapon. You don't have time to. So that's all.
Now we're gonna get a minor warning. God damn it, Zoop.
I just had a word for Steve. So Steve didn't was not the pyro game changer and stuff. He disappointed me
not today.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. He
The
raped us
pirate
when he was
can't-
making with Suki doing work. He absolutely raped us. He was the only one playing, not the only one playing, but made the really big difference and didn't really saw it tonight.
Maybe because of his frag movie, too
Yeah.
much fame.
He's
He-
getting
Yeah.
too full of himself, I agree.
Ooh.
You should see that guy.
Is
Ooh,
this the dry French and British wit that I'm not getting? Because he
Yeah.
performed
Just-
admirably tonight.
There's a lot of grudges against the Poles. Dates back now.
Oh boy, I don't want to get into that.
I did want to say 2 things. First of all, Kaka wanted me to comment on his performance, and all I can say is you did really well at placing the building to kill everything. Well done, because that is really difficult, isn't it, Kip?
Oh, Hildreth, you have no idea how much I talked about engineers this cast.
Yeah, I can.
It was all
imagine.
for you. All for you. But
And-
no, Dr. Kaka did a great job, as well as Mista. Yeah, I definitely talked a lot about that, so I won't anymore. But
And the second thing is, we got, when Ritalin was building Uber on 4th point, and he was like ridiculously far back, like he might as well have been hiding in spawn. We like to call that the Bulu spot. that is now a thing in Highlander.
I see. The
Basically,
TV
Bulu
spot.
just likes to hide really, really far away when he's playing
Bulo.
against us. Yeah, Bulo from
So good.
It's So Good, yeah. Because every time he steps anywhere near anybody, he dies. I swear he has like his kill binded to mouse 2 or something.
All
Shout
right.
out to Bulu and It's So Good though. They beat us at Lakeside when I wasn't here.
On a more positive note here, Steve, who couldn't get into Mumble, did want to tell you, Mister, that he loved you.
Oh, what a love declaration on live in front of everybody, Steve.
Oh boy.
I
Yeah,
hear that
I-
the French are the best romancers in the world as well. Mister, is this true?
So sorry, Hildred?
Are you the best romancers in the world, the French?
The best what?
Romances.
Romantists.
romantics.
Oh
Like-
yeah,
like-
yeah, of course. I write poems all day, and
Especially Exxon.
yeah, Exxon.
What?
Will you
Eh.
read one out?
Exxon is one of the best players. You know what player I mean? Of the best seducers ever.
So
He
we're
just
just
scored,
making
yes.
this awkward for you, Kip and Beard.
I'd actually like to hear some Exxon poetry. There's nothing I'd like to hear more than like poetry read to me by a French guy and to about 50 other viewers.
I'm uncomfortable. I think we better wrap this up.
Yeah.
I'll read you some poetry, Kip, don't worry.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, we want to thank you guys for joining in the interview. Some great insight right there. That's Exxon Hildreth, Mista, and T-Mac. Congratulations again to Highpander for taking it 2-1. Any further thoughts, Mia?
No, I don't have anything else to say. Oh, yes, sign up to UGC because it starts on the 20th and you get to play this map, which we just casted. But aside from that, you've been watching Blackout TV cover this ETF2L Highlander Season 5 Week 7 game between DAROUTOUTOU and Highpander. I've been your caster, Sunny Starmere, alongside Kip and with John on stream. VODs of this cast will be available on Twitch and on YouTube. You should follow Blackout TV on Facebook, Twitter, and join our Steam group for updates. For more information about us, go to blackoutgaming.org. Good luck to both teams for future matches, and thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Hope you will come back to us for some more live competitive TF2.